Hi everyone, and welcome to another Tiger Does Everything video. This is another hands-on video. Today we're going to be learning how to do some more knitting basics, and in this case we're going to be doing some basic increases and decreases. I've already knitted a couple rows with 10 stitches, give or take, 10 stitches, and the first thing we're going to do is what is called knit two together in order to do a decrease. And to do that, you just reach the point in your pattern where you see K2TOG, knit two together, and normally what you would do for a knit is just a regular knit like this. But for knit two together, you skip this one and you go into this one and then out through both of them. So you've knitted both of these two stitches. And then knit as normal for the rest. This you'll see a lot in hat patterns, and it will give you something that will end up looking like this. This is the beginning of the pattern. And then when I reached here, I did knit two together for each one, and you see how much it is decreased. This is how it looks on the back, where you've reached that knit two together line. You'll have these extra larger loops, which is why I don't like doing purl two together, because you would have that on this side to see. And for most patterns that you do for stockinette, which is, it has a slight ribbed pattern here, and it's a lot stretchier, this is usually the side that's out. So when you have a pattern where this side is out, you don't want to have these extra long loops showing. It just makes it look like you've missed stitches. So for stockinette, you'll almost always see knit two together. Alright, now the next step is to do an increase, which is the M1 or make one increase. And I do this on the knit side, which is the V on a stockinette, as opposed to the U, which is the purl side. In order to do this, you're going to take your working needle, which is the one on the working side of the yarn. You're going to go into this top bar of yarn that's right here, and you're going to bring it up, and you're going to take your non-working needle and loop it forward, under, and behind. Now this is where it does for me get a little bit difficult, because this yarn gets a lot tighter, and what you need to do for this is we're going to knit into the back of this new stitch. To do this, because it's tighter, what I do is I take the working needle and then I gently sweep it around so it's behind the new stitch. Let me show you that again. I sweep it forward and then behind. And then I work in the new stitch, and then you just carry on. So we're going to take the bar of yarn with your working needle. With your non-working needle, you're going to sweep forward, under, and back. Now with the working needle, you're going to do basically the opposite maneuver. You're going to sweep forward and then back. And that part isn't necessary if you're able to get your needle into the yarn here. Because my hands aren't that strong, I'm not really able to. And the reason you have to go in behind this stitch as opposed to knitting here is because you'll end up with a gap in your line. If you do knit it through like that, you'll end up with a smoother transition of increases. So this is the bottom line where I cast on, and then I knitted a few rows, and this is where I did a make one every other stitch. And it's a nice smooth transition. And then I just cast off when I reach the end. This is what it looks like on the back. And as you can see here, I didn't knit in through the back, and it gave me this extra hole here. And if you're doing lace knitting, you can actually do this intentionally. Alright, so that is basic increases and decreases, which will allow you to actually knit shapes instead of just straight bars, like scarves and that sort of thing. And as I said, these are both very common for using for creating hats when knitting on straight needles instead of circular needles. And this is also very good for doing cuffs. Alright, and see you next video. Hope you have fun. Love you all. Bye.